everyone, it's Vicki from Minerva. Now in today's video I've got some brand new woven label designs from both Sarah Hart's and Kylie and the Machine labels. Now we love a woven label at Minerva. I think they're just such a lovely little finishing detail that you can add to your me-made garments that just make them, you know, unique and special and just something different to what you would find in ready-to-wear clothing. It's just such a lovely idea to add them, and you know, it just makes your garments a little bit more special, doesn't it? Now we stock loads of different woven labels at Minerva, and some of our favourites are from, like I said, from Sarah Hart's and Kylie and the Machine, and we have some really gorgeous new designs from them that have come into stock recently. So I've gathered a packet of each just to quickly show you today, just so you know the new designs that are available, and yeah, I'm sure you will love some of these and want to add them to your me-made garments. So let's start with the Sarah Hart's labels. Now, because obviously the packets are quite small, so what we'll do is we'll insert some pictures on screen and then you can see them close up, what I'm looking at here. So this first design is a long, thin label, so ideal to sew into, you know, the back of a neckline or like on the front of a pocket or something like that. You know, they don't have to be hidden away in your garments. It's lovely to put them on, you know, as you would, I guess, traditionally find them in the back of the neckline. But you know, you can sew them on the front of pockets, you can sew them on a hem, just so many different ways. And if you look on the Minerva website, you know, the way the community has you know, sewn these onto the garments in different ways. There's so many different ideas there to, you know, to give you lots of inspiration and ideas for how you can incorporate these into your garments. So yeah, this first design says "Just So Happy," which I think is lovely. The lettering in pink, and then all these sort of like confetti dot shapes in the background. They are super cute. The next one, now this is a cream label that has gold metallic woven into it, which is really pretty, and it has a rainbow design at the top, and then it says "Made in 2023" underneath. So I love the idea of these ones that mark the year that you've made a garment. I think, you know, in a few years when you're still pulling that garment that you love and treasure out of your wardrobe, and just that reminder that you made it in 2023, I really like the idea of that, and I think, yeah, it's just a lovely way to sort of, you know, put a timestamp on when you made that garment that, you know, that you wear again and again and again in your wardrobe. So next up we have, now this is like a little multi-pack, so you get, I think it's 8 different labels in this. Yeah, 8 different labels, and there's 4 different designs, so you get 2 of each. And one of them is a little thread spool, that's really cute. One of them is a little sewing machine, one is a little rotary cutter, and one is a tape measure. And in all of those they have parts of the design that are made in this glittery gold thread as well, which is really special. Oh, I just think they are so cute, and I love that they're all sewing themed. Next up we have, so this is another one from Sarah Hart's, and this is another 8-pack, and it's another multi-pack. Now in this one, so they all have, like I said, 4 different designs, you get 2 of each in the packet, and they all have little hearts on them. So these are quite little diddy woven labels. Now one of them says "For You," one says "With Love," one says "For Me," and one says "Handmade." So I just think I love the idea of these multi-packs as well. You know, you get a little bit of variety amongst the 8 labels, which, you know, it just gives you lots of different choices, doesn't it, for your garments. I think they're a really sweet one. I love the words that they've used on there. Another one, now this is a really funky design. So this says, so it's got 4 words that are like woven into block colours, and it says "Cut, Sew, Press, Repeat." I just think that's really fun. I like the perfect label for you know, to include in your me-made garments. And I think this one will be particularly nice, you know, like sort of put on the hem, and yeah, stitched on as like a decorative feature. Love the colours in that as well, they're really pretty. Now the next one, this is it has the word "love" woven in, and again it has that glittery sparkle detail that's really pretty on the V letter, and it just has a really geometric, cool, funky kind of look. Yeah, and what a lovely way to sew a little bit of love into your handmade garments. That was really lovely. Next we have, so this is another like cream label that then has that gold text woven into it, and the text on this one says made for you. Now I think that's a really nice one if you're making something for a gift for somebody, but likewise, you know, if it's something that you're making for yourself, just that little sort of luxury detail added in, I think that's so lovely as the reminder that it's been made specially for you. You know, a garment that's to your measurements, your fabric choices, to your style, made specially for you. I think that's lovely, and the gold metallic sparkle in that I think makes those really special. And then last from Sarah Hart's, so this has been a really sort of like highly requested label, and we're really glad to have these in stock now. Now this again is an 8-pack, and they're little diddy labels, so really cute, tiny, like a small size one, and they have a cream background with simply just a pink heart woven into them. Really simple but just really cute, and I think, you know, just to add into the back of a label, or you know, just a little detail somewhere on your garment, it's quite subtle and just really pretty, that one. And they've been really popular already, those, so I think yeah, I think they've been, people really like those ones, but they're just simple but really you know, you could add them anywhere, I think. So that's all the new Sarah Hart's labels. Now we're on to Kylie and the Machine. Now we have, I love the sentiment of this one. It's one of my favourite ones from Kylie and the Machine, this, and it says, perfectly imperfect. Isn't that just a wonderful sentiment to be able to add to your handmade garments? You know, the imperfections are what make things perfect sometimes, aren't they? It's not about, sewing for me isn't about, you know, creating the perfect garment every single time. It's about enjoying the process, you know, learning to love the imperfections in a garment, learning to just fall in love with a wardrobe, and, you know, create pieces that we treasure. And yes, you know, we always manage to find things that aren't perfect about our own me-mades, don't they? But to, you know, to anybody else, you know, it's amazing what we can do. You know, we can create our own clothes, whatever vision we have in our heads, you know, we can create that. And you know, oh, it's just, yeah, I love the sentiment of this, perfectly imperfect. And if you're somebody that needs a reminder of that as well, you know, if you get worried or stressed out, you know, when things don't go right in your projects, but if it's something you still love to wear, and you know, anybody else would look at it and think it's amazing, that might be just a lovely reminder to put in your garments. Now the next one from Kylie and the Machine, so this is this again has been another one that's been really popular already, and this is a cream label that has the word handmade, and each letter of the handmade is a different colour, so it's like a rainbow of colours. Just really, really lovely. It's again one of those long thin designs, so it'll be lovely for the back of your neck, or on a pocket detail somewhere like on show on the garment. I think that would be really nice. And yeah, what could be better than you know, stamping you know, a stamp of approval on your handmaids, to, you know, to showcase to the world that it's a handmade garment made with love. Another this I think this one will be really popular. Now this one is another multi-pack, so it has 5 different colours. I think it's 5 different colours in the packet, and each of them have the word "it has pockets" on. So you can, I think this one is a great one to like sew into the seam, because the wording is all on the edge of the label. And yeah, just, I mean, everyone loves pockets, don't they? Or, you know, pockets are just yeah, synonymous with sewing, aren't they? And being able to add them to our me-made garments and not be you know, dictated to what's in ready-to-wear garments. If we want pockets, we can add them. So yeah, I think that's a really lovely one, and the fact that it comes with all different colours in the pack is a lovely detail too. Similarly to that theme, so this one I think is really lovely, and again it's a similar one where the words are on the edge of the label, so I think it would be great to add into a seam detail, and the words on this one say "not for sale," and I just love the idea that this one you know, it sort of plays on that fact that, you know, when you make your own garment, it's unique to you. You know, there's not a gazillion others that have been made in shops everywhere. You know, it's unique to you, and it really celebrates, you know, handmade and the uniqueness and personality and everything that we can put into our handmade garments. So I think that's a really fun label as well. Now the next one is, so they do, Kylie and the Machine seem to do these now every year, and this one is a label that says circa 2023. So again, similar to one that I mentioned from the Sarah Harts, it's just a really lovely detail, I think, to mark the year on when you made that garment. And I just love the idea of like looking back when, you know, you're wearing that garment for years to come and being able to see the year that you made it. I think that would make me like, you know, sort of step back and think, gosh, was that long ago? I'm still wearing it, and that would make me feel really good. This one is quite different to the Sarah Harts one, whereas this is a plain black label, and it's again one of those long thin designs, and the text is in white. So it's a different feel to the Sarah Harts one. You know, one might be more your preference than the other, or you know, you might like a pack of each, and you know, some might suit different garments that you're making. So it's nice to have the choice on those. Next we have, so I love this one again, I love this sentiment from Kylie and the Machine. It's quite a playful label, I think, and this one simply says, "This is the back." I think, have you ever done that before, where you know you've made your handmade garment, and if there isn't a distinctive back and front, you know, if like the neckline for example is similar on both the back and front pieces, sometimes you can think like, you know, when you just grab the garment out of your wardrobe, come to put it on, like, oh, which is the back? And you know, I suppose you don't get that as often in ready to wear clothes because they often will have a label in there. So I just love that idea that you can actually sew that into the back of the neckline, and you'll know then which is the back when you come to put it on. Just a nice playful idea. Two different colours in the packet, some with black text on a white background and some with white text on a black background. Really, really lovely. Next up we have, so this is again another new one from Kylie and the Machine, and this is a really cool multi-pack, I think. Maybe not for everyone, this one, but this one is called the Sweary Sewist. So this is number 3, and it basically contains 6 labels that are you know, sweary labels. So you know, they're a bit of fun, and if that's your sort of thing, and you know, you like sort of the comedy value in those sort of labels, which I do think are really fun, you know, that's a really good one, and it's the 3rd collection now of these Sweary Sewist type styles. So you know, if you've had the first 2, you might want to have a look at that one, because I'm sure you'll love it. And lastly, now I've just saved this one to last because this is probably my favourite. I just think this is such a clever label, and yeah, and the sentiment is lovely. So what it is, quite a lot on this label, but it has at the top, you know, when you get symbols for like, you know, hand wash or dry clean and things like that on a garment label. So it has these little symbols that are different. They're Kylie and the Machine's take on symbols. And the sentiment behind it, it says, "Look after me, because I was made with a whole lot of love." And absolutely, we should treasure and look after our handmade garments, shouldn't we? And then it says, "Look after you, because you need care too." Oh, isn't that gorgeous? And then this fun little bit at the bottom that says, "Both prefer a gentle cycle." I just think that's really fun, really lovely. I love the sentiment behind that, and I will definitely be sewing some of those into my handmade garments, because yeah, that would just make me smile every time I reached to you know, reach for a garment and chose to wear it. It's really lovely. Now the last thing I've got to share with you, just we've stocked these for a while at Minerva. They're really popular, but it's just in case you didn't know we stocked them, or you didn't know they were available. Now these are from Kylie and the Machine, and they are a label collector's tin. So they come in this little sleeve, and it's basically a little storage tin that has this really lovely design that says Kylie and the Machine label collection, and then all this like fun print on the background. And it's basically a little metal tin that's quite, you know, it's quite small, sort of fits in my hand there, quite thin, but you can fit lots of packs of envelopes in here. So you know, you can the good thing about it is, you know, it will fit in packs of labels, but it will also fit in lots of loose labels as well. So, you know, perhaps you might not want to keep them in the packets, you might just want to put them loose in there, or if you want to keep them in the packets so they're organised, you know, you can fit loads of packets in there as well. So it's just a nice little idea, you know, might make a nice gift for someone, or you can maybe give a hint to someone, you know, if you've a gifting occasion coming up that you'd like one of these. Yeah, I think to put, you know, to to get one of these and some selection of labels. I think that would be a lovely gift for a sewist, and something that, you know, they might not necessarily treat themselves to, so it will be, you know, it'd be a lovely gift. So yeah, that's everything today that I had to share with you. So let me know in the comments which of those labels did you were your favourites. Do you sew labels in your garments? You know, is it something you do already? Is it something you do in every garment, or is it something that you want to start doing? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below, and let me know which was your favourite design from this new collection today. As always in our videos, we will tag all the products that we mention below this video on Minerva, so you can click on any of those product links and check out all the details and the pricing on those products. If you're a member of our Minerva Craft Club, you will be able to save 10% off all the prices on our site. So if you're interested in that, do check that out on our site, and you get 12% off absolutely everything for a full 12 months from the date that you sign up. And as always at Minerva, we offer free worldwide delivery options as well, so you can take advantage of all that when shopping at Minerva. So thank you very much for watching today. I really hope you enjoyed that. I really enjoyed having a look at all these new labels, and yeah, I've definitely got some in my save basket already that I'm going to be sewing into some future makes. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again next time.